Now I'm going to discuss the osteoarthritis, basically the degenerative joint disease characterized by the degeneration of the cartilage that result in the structure and the functional failure of the synovial joint. It's inflammatory disease or disorder in which the chondrocyte respond to the various biochemical and mechanical stresses, results in the activation of the degradative enzymes, results in the breakdown of the matrix. It appears incidentally, so there is no apparent initiating cause, but there is an aging phenomena, idiopathic or the primary osteoarthritis. It may be oligoarticular, involving only the few joints, and may be generalized. But in the 5% of cases, it occurs in the younger individual due to the joint deformity, previous joint injury, underlying disorders like diabetes, onchronosis, hemochromatosis, obesity. So, if it occurs in the younger individual, this is known as the secondary osteoarthritis. Collagen type 2 is degraded by the metalloproteinases, and as you know, the chondrocyte continuously synthesize and they secrete the proteoglycans. But when there is a degradation exceed the synthesis, there will be a composition changes in the proteoglycans. And the most important thing, TGF-beta induces the metalloproteinases, and in upcoming videos I will tell the osteoarthritis is due to basically tumor necrosis factor and the prostaglandins and the nitric oxide. Now come to the pathogenesis of the osteoarthritis. This lesion is due to the basically result from the degeneration of the articular cartilage and the disordered repair. Articular cartilage provide the frictionless movement of the joint, resistant to the tension and the compression from the type 2 collagen and the proteoglycan. Both proteoglycans and the collagen are synthesized by the chondrocyte. But in the pathogenesis, there is a changes in the chondrocytes. First of all, I will discuss the chondrocyte injury. It's basically due to the it's related to the genetic and the biochemical factor. Early osteoarthritis and the late osteoarthritis. In early osteoarthritis, there is a chondrocyte proliferation which will secrete the inflammatory mediators as well as the collagen, proteoglycans and the proteases. All these work together to remodel the cartilaginous matrix, and this will initiate the secondary inflammatory changes in the synovium and the subchondral bone. When I talk about the late osteoarthritis, this is the repair injury. It is a chronic inflammatory reaction in which the chondrocytes drop out. There is a marked loss of cartilage, extensive subchondral bone changes. Now come to the morphology of osteoarthritis. First we will see in the early changes we will see the chondrocyte proliferation. Water content of the matrix will increases and the proteoglycan concentration decreases. And as well as in the type 2 collagen, there is a superficial cleavage which result in the formation of the fissures and the cleft at the articular surface. And these fissures and the cleft at the articular surface due to the cleavage of the collagen type 2 will result in granular appearance to the articular surface. Eventually all the chondrocyte will die and the full thickness cartilage will be sloughed off. But there is a dislodged pieces of the cartilage and the subchondral bone tumbled into the joint, which will form the loose bodies known as joint mice. And ultimately the exposure of the subchondral bone take place, and this subchondral plate is the new articular surface. This new articular surface do not have resistance to the friction, so there will be a friction with other smooth surface of the bone and burnishes the exposed bone. Giving appearance known as polished ivory bone hibernation. As well as there is a sclerosing of the underlying cancellous bones. Small fractures are also take place through the articular surfaces, allow the synovial fluid to force into the subchondral region in the one way, like it will give the ball valve like mechanism, because the synovial fluid is going to leak out into the subchondral region in from one direction. This will increase in the size and form the fibrous walled cyst, as well as there is a, due to the small fracture, there will be a mushroom shaped osteophytes bone outgrowth take place, develop at the margin of the articular surface. These mushroom shaped osteophytes are capped by the fibrocartilage and the hyaline. This fibrocartilage and hyaline cartilage will ultimately ossify, and the synovium will be mildly congested, fibrotic, and will contain the chronic inflammatory cells, but in the scattered structure. So you can see in this picture very clearly, the first thing was the loss of the chondrocyte. So you can see this, there is a loss of cartilage. There is a loss of cartilage. Ultimately, loss of cartilage result in the fibrillated cartilage. This is the fibrillated cartilage, and there is also formation of the subchondral cyst. This is the subchondral cyst. Due to the loss of cartilage and due to the small fracture and the friction between the two bones, there is a bone outgrowth take place known as the osteophytes. These osteophytes are capped by the, this is not shown in the picture, but these are capped by the fibrocartilage and hyaline cartilage, which ultimately will ossify.